Hey YouTube, today I'm making spaghetti sauce. I figure this is a good way to preserve ground beef because at the end of it you can make many different meals with it and it's ready to go. You choose the ingredients and you know what's in it. So I'm going to be putting in my spaghetti sauce ground beef, starting off with 6 pounds of ground beef here. I've got 3 large carrots grated and 2 large onions chopped up. That looks like applesauce is actually zucchini pureed. That's some of the last of my zucchini from my garden that I had canned. I have 3 cans of tomato paste and 1 cup of oats. That adds both filler and fiber. And for my spices, I will be adding 1 tablespoon of parsley, a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and a tablespoon of garlic powder. I'm going to first saute the onions and garlic in a pot. So there the onions are. I'm going to go ahead and add the ground beef. So the ground beef is cooking up here in the pot. I'm going to go ahead and add 6 cups of water to this. If you're working with different amounts of ground beef, you can just pour enough water that brings the water up level to the amount of ground beef that you have cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and let this continue to cook. So the ground beef is now cooked. I'm going to add all the rest of the ingredients, starting with the tomato paste and the spices. Here it is, cooked up. It was simmering for about 15 to 20 minutes, just enough time for me to get my jars cleaned and ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill these up. So I've ended up with 5 jars filled up, and I've wiped the rims with a wet vinegar rag. I'm going to go ahead and put the lids on, and once I've put these in the pot, it's going to be warm jars, so warm water for the Waterbath canner. So they don't need to be on super tight, just finger tight with one hand is fine. And I'm going to go ahead and put these in the pot. I've already added vinegar to the water in the Waterbath canner here. That's so that the glasses don't get cloudy when the water is boiling on it for 3 hours. I'm going to leave this until it gets to a full rolling boil. And then I will put my lid on it and let it boil for 3 hours. I'll come back when it gets to a full rolling. Here it is, and it's at a full rolling boil. So I'm going to just put a lid on to conserve energy and water. And if at any time the water level goes down below neck level of the jars, I'll just add some boiling water from my kettle to get it back up to the right height. So I'm just going to do that, and I'll come back in 3 hours. So here we have the spaghetti sauce ready to go, all canned up, and it's cooling down right now. These jars are holding 6 pounds of ground beef, and I just want to show a little tip here. Just for anybody who doesn't have a Waterbath canner, you can always use a pot as long as its depth is the same or a little bit taller than your jar. So in this case, you could use pint jars instead of quart jars and can the same spaghetti sauce in a pot like this if you wanted to. So that's just a little tip. Having spaghetti sauce is a nice one to have on hand because you can make so many different things. You can turn it into sloppy joes, you can make spaghetti, you can use the sauce for lasagna, you can use it for whatever you want. It's just nice to have. So I hope you give it a try. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and I will see you in the next video.